they want me gone, but I ain't going away. They told me I was wrong, but look at my ass today.
Yo guys, what's going on? I'm Tim, he's AC, it's the Cash Killer and AC Sports Report, continuing our NFL previews at Eagles training camp in between sessions 1 and 2. Now, AFC North preview. We previewed the NFC East, AFC East, NFC North. Check out all those previews. I'm sure they're up by now. I mean, we're making these all on the same day, but I'm sure they're not all going up on the same day. AFC North, 4th place, who we got?
4th place, I got the wonderful squad of the Bengals.
Oh man, they got a lot of star power there right now.
They are freaking mowing right now in the offseason. And let's be honest here, this is a 3
This team is a joke. Let's be honest, this team is a joke. AJ Green's a nice pickup. I think Andy Dalton could end up being the best quarterback out of this class. They're 3-13, 4-12 team though. They trade away Chad Ochocinco. There's nothing left for this team. It's just like a tired story. Carson Palmer is just, I can't stand that guy.
I gave up on Carson Palmer like 3 years ago, and people are still sticking with him. I'm like, what are you doing?
I think they'll end up trading him for something. I don't understand why the Bengals would want to keep him. I guess they're saying he has no value. I mean, just to get him off the team.
That's not untrue.
Just to get him off the team would be a value. If you could trade him away for Trevor Lawless.
I think 4 wins for this team is generous, personally.
Yeah, I mean, Andy Dalton, I picked, I'll get to that later, but I think Andy Dalton's going to have a nice rookie season for them out of TCU. I think he's underrated, and I think it's ridiculous that people are saying, oh, can a quarterback with red hair succeed? That's one of the stupidest things I've ever heard. That's like saying, when they say to Warren Moon, oh, can a black quarterback succeed? It's just stupid. It has to do with the talent, not which, that's stupid. 3rd place, who you got?
3rd place, I got the Browns. You know, 6-10 team.
The Browns.
Taking the Browns to the Super Bowl right now. They're a 6-10 team at best. I mean, they don't have much there besides Peyton Hillis. Once you get past him, it's like,
yeah, and
wow,
if Peyton Hillis doesn't turn out to be what he was last year, which I'm kind of anticipating, they're really screwed. But I think Colt McCoy will have a nice season. They got some nice.
That's my boy right there, Colt.
They got a decent team. I mean, I see them winning 6 or 7 games because if you get to play the Bengals twice and their schedule's
there's 2 wins right there.
Their schedule's not that hard. I mean, 6-7 wins for this team. That's right about where I see them at. 2nd place, who you got? 2nd
place, I got the Ravens. I mean, I don't think they made a whole lot of moves in the offseason, have they? They haven't changed a whole lot, so I don't see why the record would change. You know, they anticipate the Ravens every year to be this defensive juggernaut and just.
Well, they are a defensive juggernaut.
They are a defensive juggernaut, but to a point, other teams are going to score eventually.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we've seen that in the past couple of years.
Joe Flacco's really got to step up for them. I have them winning the wild card again, as they have the last few seasons.
I have them sneaking into the 2nd wild card.
Yeah, that's where I have them. I have them 11-5, winning the wild card. They're a good team. Joe Flacco's a good quarterback, and he's got to step up and prove that he's better than just, you know, a top 15 quarterback. So, if he can step up, maybe this team could make a run. Ray Rice needs to have. I think he got overhyped a bit before last season and didn't show up as much. I think he will have a nice bounce-back season for this team.
The defense is always there for this team. It's a matter of whether or not the offense
I think everyone's
produces.
waiting for the wheels to fall off with Ray Lewis, you know. Hopefully for the Ravens, that's not this year, but you don't know. I mean,
eventually it's going to happen.
And Ed Reed has a lot of health problems, too. So I see a lot of magazines picking them to go 13-3, 14-2. I'm just like, no, not in this division, not with these teams. They're going to be a good team again, but it's up to Joe Flacco whether they're just going to be a good team or whether they can be better than that. 1st place, I think we both got the Steelers.
Yep. I think our division was the same here, but it's pretty self-explanatory why the Steelers are going to be, you know, not a whole lot's changed in this division. Get the fuck out of here.
They got a stacked defense. They got an overrated quarterback who I really enjoyed watching Ben Roethlisberger because he gives it all and because he's nice at handing that ball off.
He gives it all, man. He gives it his all.
No great pun intended, but it turned into that. No, Ben Roethlisberger is overrated. I hear these people, oh, he's in the class with Manning and Brady. Give me a break. Ben Roethlisberger's been a product of having a great defense, a great running game, and great receivers. And there's nothing wrong with that. He's always had a team. He's a very, very good quarterback, but He's not great. I think people like to say it. Rashard Mendenhall, I think he's going to take the step towards being one of the best running backs in the NFL this season. Mike Wallace is filthy. I mean, if I honestly had to choose for the next 5 years, Deshaun Jackson or Mike Wallace, I would consider choosing Mike Wallace.
Yeah, I'd definitely think about it at least.
Yeah, I mean, he's soft.
Deshaun seems to, like, you know, kind of not show up.
Big games.
Yeah, and Mike Wallace, I mean, he gives it 100% every time he's out there.
Yeah, I mean, you got Hines Ward still there. I mean, that's going to be a team that's successful. James Harrison, hopefully he can stay on the field without. Hopefully he doesn't make any more comments about. Well, if Roger Goodell's on fire, I wouldn't piss to put him out.
You know what, James Harrison, I think he had a legitimate gripe with
yeah,
Roger
I do
Goodell.
too. I mean, he handled it the wrong way, but I found it funny in the end.
He let his emotions get the best of him as far as that.
And
I mean,
that's
he was
the type
fine.
of guy he is.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a monster on
defense. He plays
defense.
with fire.
They
he
need
really
Troy Polamalu to stay healthy, and that's the thing with the Steelers. Every other year, they seem to not be as good because Roethlisberger does some stupid thing in the offseason.
Look at their record.
And then Polamalu gets hurt.
Yeah. Look at their record with and without Polamalu.
It's
like
drastic.
it's two different teams.
Yeah, they're an 8-8, 9-17 without him. They're a 12-4 Super Bowl contender with him.
He is. I mean, the defense is solid.
He's a ball hawk.
But I mean, without him, it's just like a
they go
team.
from being like number 1 or 2 defense to being like the 7th or 8th.
Yeah, it drops that much.
And I think that Steelers go about 12-4 this season. They go decent way into the playoffs. I don't see them repeating as AFC champions, but they'll have another nice season. And
I can see them getting
Mike
into
Tomlin,
the AFC championship.
I love Mike Tomlin as a coach, I gotta say.